Good afternoon, Surveyor Yip. Today we are Group 1 from Tutorial 1. So now I'm going to introduce each of my teammates. This is Kennedy, Eric Wee, I'm Andy, this is Sylvester, Kiwa, and Eric. So now I'm going to explain what are the background of the software. Since the 20th century, the construction industry has begun to use the electronic information. Most systems has been developed into the compatible manner for the purpose of improving their productivity and increase the effectiveness of works. However, most of the QS are still using the traditional method for carrying out their measurement works, which include taking off and then transfer the dimension into the spreadsheet for issue out the cost report to the others clients. So there are two methods of the measurement. So the first one is a manual measurement. Second is the automatic measurement system. So today we are going to explain each of the software, which is Cubic, CosX, Recall, and Gordon. So next, I will pass to Sylvester to talk about what is the CosX and what is the function.
For the Gordon, there are 4 types of individual BIM-based software product that Gordon has to offer. Firstly, Cubicos Tech-Off for architecture and structure. Secondly, Cubicos Tech-Off for rebar. Cubicos Tech-Off for mechanical and electrical. And Cubicos TBQ. This is the drawing for TRB drawing. This one the TRB, TAS, and this one is the combination of the TRB and TAS drawing. For the function, it is quick modeling and BIM-based quantity takeoff. It can identify DWG, PG, PDF files. BIM model can be built efficiently or by tracking the 2D drawings. It also can professionally accurate and easy to check. Local measurements are built in, deduct out automatically based on relations among the elements in BIMs. Various quantity reports, it is able to generate reports by floor, element type, or other conditions. It will also provide different type of reports formats. And finally, teamwork high efficiency. It can reduce the workload and greatly enhance the team collaborations. Next. For the limitation of Gordon's, the first limitation is cost. The license is very costly because it is new to the industry and it's a new product for taking off in the industry. So the software available for most of the countries is still limited. The next software will be Qubit. It can provide a solution that specializes in on-screen takeoff, which directly link to estimating. Next, user will have the ability to trace directly over the plans to do the quantity. Features in the software allow the users to validate and cross-reference the estimating and takeoff in any stage. And finally, designed to work equally well from the PDF files as it does with CAD when a plan is traced over with the drawing tools. Next. For the functions of the BuildSoft, it is a natural estimating. It's specialized in estimating system with flexible functionality that allows the users to estimate the way that they prefer. Next, 3D takeoff. Errors can be lowered down by tracing directly over the plans, and takeoff can be performed quickly and accurately. Create and update estimates more efficiently. Pricing information is collected and saved in the template price list to control how the software do the price job, ensuring accuracy and maximize profit. And finally, automatically plan revision. Revisions to plan on existing plan that already been taken off. And finally, users can see clearly where the difference occur and can update the takeoff to reflect the revisions. For the limitations of BuildSoft, the first is permanently deletion. Can be permanently deleted when the user did not do the amendment on existing data, typing errors. This software is not created to check or identify and kind of typing errors like the numbers, figure that already been typed in. And finally, virus attack. It is a common problem to all computers nowadays, especially it is connected to the internet. Users should have installed licensed antivirus software and update it regularly to prevent virus attack. That's all from me. I pass my time to my colleague, Kennedy.
So I will present the Vico software. So Vico software is the generation of 5D beam solution where it is creative due to rapidly growing construction industry by increasing the efficiency with shorter delivery times and producing high quality works to contractor and owners. And it also provides the constructions software and service. And it also to coordinate the quantity takeoff, cost estimations, project scheduling, and production control. So this is the features of the Vico software. So I will talk about the first feature of Vico. So this is the features 3D beams for layout. Vico Layout Manager. It can identify the virtual model critical point on model to match the joint physical joint point. And thus, using elements can be installed in the correct locations with the minimum time consumed. So this is another one of the feature of Vico. It's called 3Ds for quantity takeoff, Vico Takeoff Managers. It has the geometry analysis algorithm which used to scan the 3D models, and it also can automatically create takeoff items. The takeoff item can be viewed clearly, which can provide feedbacks and give confidence that no quantities are missed out. And also there is no need to import and export data. It will automatically update the quantity once it published. So this is another one for features for Vico. It's called 5D beam for estimating. Vico Cost Explorer. Vico software help to control over the project budget and feedbacks about the status of project and understand cost change. The color coding make it easy to identify and compare their designs change to the target cost and actual cost. So from this picture we can see that the red color is represent over the budget, and for the yellow color is represent within the range, and the green color is represent on the budget, and the blue color is represent significantly low. So this is the advantage for the Vico software, much more convenient to be used because it can pay differently of the application which are developed by developers, developed by others company, and cost can be extract and export into reports in Excel form spreadsheet that can be easily imported by any others estimating machines and software. For the limitations for Vico software, it is compatible to Microsoft Windows only. And lastly, it would be not automatically detect the collisions between the different models as you put all them together. So I will pass to the
So now I'm going to explain what is the COSX and what are the functions. So COSX is a powerful project costing tools that allow the estimators to utilize the advanced electronic to takeoff system. Secondly, it also embraces the beam to deliver better results to clients. Third, COSX was released by the executive and it has been used in many countries, example Australia and other countries. So COSX can be used in the field of quantity surveying, construction, development, and so on. So next, these are the functions. The first one is auto revisioning. Auto-revisioning allowed it to compare the drawings, highlight the chains, create an audit track, and update the measurement. The second one is workbooks. Workbooks can be used as a spreadsheet base. It often high flexible and simply to use. User can utilize the feature to create the accurate cost plans, estimates, bill of quantities, and the tender. Third, paperless estimating. It allows the auditor to view the quantity surveyor estimates and report through the shared interactive software in a safe manner and user-friendly form. So what are the comparisons between the Gordon, BuildSoft, Vicore, and Cossack? So I already analyzed to you what are the differences between it, and so it obviously Gordon is the best among the BuildSoft, Vicore, and Cossack. So next, I'm going to pass to Kiwa, and Kiwa will explain why.
So the reasons why that we choose Gordon among the others is Gordon is more professional management tool, so they have more accurate data and information to make decisions, and then it saves cost, time, and improve the qualities of the construction project. And then secondly, quickly modeling and beam-based quantity takeoff. So it enables QS to adapt with various design changes easily and have produced a quantity takeoff quickly and with less error. Thirdly, it's a nationwide takeoff software. So Gordon is well known in a lot of countries and used a lot of countries. So most of the QS firm using same BIM computer software, and this can increase the collaborative of work to others QS firm which using the same BIM computer software. So now I'm going to talk about the comparison benefits and constraint among BIM, CAD measurement, and manual measurement. So the first one is during the preparation stage, what are the benefits of that? So for BIM measurement, it improves the visuality. So we can make some 3D models of the buildings and allow the client to have a better understanding about what is the building and how the building going to look like, and to ensure the building design reach the client's requirement. Besides that is a feasibility study. It's able to evaluate different design options of the building, and it takes lesser time. And then third, better understanding of the site analysis. Able to access to the site's information without actual entering into the sites by using the digital evaluation and aerial imagery. So for CAD measurement, the first one is accurate valuations. So accurate scales drawing which eliminate errors in quantities takeoff, and the analysis will be more in-depth as variation of alternative design with high precision. And then third, sharp visualize. So it creates a model to prevent misunderstandings and achieve the satisfaction of the client and the understandings of the QS and other professions. So thirdly, provide storage and database when information is available. So and it's confirmed the database could save and form and store on a single disk rather than a bunch of papers. So what is the benefits of manual measurements? Is basically cost effective. As we know that we don't need to buy any software like the BIM or CAD to do the measurements or taking off. So it is less low initial software cost and low training cost, as we know that all the software are actually need professional practice or training to learn how to use it. So it's oh my god， 终于换掉了。等下我讲换掉，你再换。哎，我重来过。Okay. So now I'm going to talk about the benefits of these three measurements methods in the preparation stage. So the first one is improve visualities in BIM measurements. So with the BIM, we can establish 3D models of the buildings and allow the client to see whether they are satisfied and let them know that what they are having in the buildings and to ensure the building design reach the client's requirement. And secondly, the feasibility study is able to evaluate different design options of the building and it takes less time consumed. Third, better understanding of the site analysis. Able to access to site without actual enter into the site by watching the aerial imagery and digital evaluation. So what is the benefit of CAD measurement? So it is accurate valuation. So it is more accurate scale measurements which eliminate error in quantities takeoff, and then the analysis will be more depth as variation of alternative design with high precisions. Secondly, it's a sharp visualize, so it creates model of prevent misunderstanding and achieve satisfaction. So thirdly, is about the provision, storage and database. When the information is available and confirmed, the database could be stored in a disk rather than a bunch of papers. So now what is the benefits of manual measurement? So it basically means cost effective. So we don't need to pay for the software like BIM or AutoCAD or Warden, anything. And then it have low training costs, as all of us know that compared to these two, manual doesn't need any training to learn how to use the BIM and the CAD software. So we just need to use manual measurement. So next one, I'm going to talk about the constraint of them during the preparation stage. So for CAD measurement, okay, what is the constraint of it? Is firstly it's high expenses and no. So as all of us knows that all the softwares, no matter is BIM or CAD, they requires us to buy the software and having upgrades, pay for their upgrades. And then secondly is they don't have backup system. So once if everything is deleted or anything's happened with your computers or your data, we need to redo everything. So thirdly, training is needed. So we need to pay for the extra money for our employee to train how to use the software. It's not easy. The software is not easy. It's not as simple as it be. And then we need some professional training, and it costs quite a fortune. So thirdly is a manual measurement. So manual measurement, the problem with manual measurement is time consuming. So we can know that we need to measure by hands one by one. It might take 4 weeks. If you use software, maybe it's just 1 week. And then it's unable to produce cost plan. So we cannot advise on budgeting based on the cost plan. The cost plan is needed for the budgeting. So now I'm going to talk about the benefits of them during the design stage. So first one is BIM measurement. BIM measurement is a better representation and visualization and architect design. It enables them to put all the drawings, all the informations correctly, and then also resolve conflict, able to discover design errors in the early stage of the design, and also save time and cost. Thirdly is reduce the usage of material. So once we use a computer, we doesn't need to spend money on papers, printings, and others like pens, this and that. So and then increase the efficiency of work. So it speed up the preparation project and allow us to work faster and without lesser time. So and also it can make builds of quantity, which is the most important in a BQ. So what is the benefits of CAD measurement? The first one is flexible drawing information. So we can see what have the other consultants like the E&E or maybe the plumbering, the electric done. So we can put it at a CAD software and then we can look at it. So secondly is the high accuracy. So the accurate of the scale drawing 2D or 3D could be high. I mean you can draw in 2D and 3D using the CAD measurement. So and easy to measure irregular shapes compared to others software, others methods like manual and BIM. Because we are using a computer, we
we just need some clicks and tap the lines and this and that. So gain more profit, CAD providing many shortcuts and calculations compared to manual calculation. You have a shortcut methods of doing the measurement and calculation without using the software. Already have an inside calculator rather than we need to use our calculator to calculate ourselves manually. So and then manual calculations basically doesn't have any benefits in this stage. So now we're going to talk about the constraints of them in the design stage. So beam measurement, it requires high performance computer. As you know that this kind of software, you need to have computers with high graphic card or maybe high processors to run it. If not, it will be a disaster from a person who do the beam, who do the calculation and measurement. And then the data can be modified by contractors and the supplier. Basically means that everyone can modify the data, which is not safe. Everyone can look at what is our plan and people can change it and then without our knowing. So and then still the same thing is we have to train our employees to use the software, and then this is some money in it. So how about for CAD measurement, the constraint is polyline issues. Drawing is given in polyline where with less usage in CAD. And then difficulty to quantify sketches. So we cannot convert our sketches into the CAD measurement. And then changes have to be updated manually. So if there is any change, we need to update one by one rather than compared to beam, which just one click, it will automatically update all of it. And for the manual measurements, okay, the constraint is difficult to visualize the design and the project. So because it's done in a 2D papers, so people can't visualize how the building, how the project looks like in a 3D form, rather compare to others too, which have allowed us to look at the 3D model of the project. So time consuming, same things in every stage. Manual measurement requires a lot of time compared to others type of measurement. Now I'm going to pass to Eric Wee to talk about the benefits and constraints in other stage.
Okay, so for the pre-construction stage, the first benefits of beam measurement will be more accurate of estimators. This beam measurement enables the estimator to produce a reliable, accurate cost estimates, and it also enables the estimator to identify and extract the quantities and space required. For the second benefits is the reduce the number of reworks. This beam measurement is also able to establish construction documents and reduce errors and omission. Secondly, it's also able to identify the potential issues. Okay, for the third benefits is construction analysis. It enables the project team to perform detailed constructability analysis. On the other hand, for CAD measurement, the first benefits will be data managing. It enables the QS to change the cost estimates and form a new cost data. The second is convenience. Drawings can be changed without erasing or redrawing. Third is the accuracy. It enables the architect to design any desired dimension or patterns according to scale without having any troubles. Thus, the parallax error by naked eye will be avoided. For the third is the manual measurement method. The benefits of it is flexibility. It can be done even if there's no shortage of electricity supply or internet interference. Second is the cost effective. It does not require any software application charges as it only involves printing charges. Lastly is the clearer image of a project. This means that more familiar with the design of the project is interpreted by the drawing. Also, the users can also develop clearer image when doing the taking off manually.
Trend for pre-construction stage, the first is lack of experts. This is because limited number of experts is working in the field, and it also may require additional investment in training. For the second is the CAD measurement. The first constraint is the limitation of preparation in BQ. Only this because it is only applicable in measurement, but the amount not the bill of quantities. It is also quantity surveyor have to transfer the data manually to other software to prepare the BQ. The third manual measurement is the first constraint is the time consuming. It is unclear information from consultant causing longer time consuming process. The second is the error detection. This is because it is unable to detect any discrepancies in the interpreting the drawing. Last but not least is human error. The chances of error or mistakes are higher, which also means the chances of missing the key elements are also higher. Next. Now I'm going to talk about the construction stage. The benefits of BIM measurement. The first one is improve the collaborative among the project team. Every member of the construction project sharing the same information through BIM, thus enable more effective communication of their ideas and actions. The second is cost control and save time. It helps to control cost of construction within the budget. So for the CAD measurement, the first benefit is the standardized technique. The design and drafting and documentation strategies are all standardized, so the client will not be confused when using the CAD. The second benefit is the measurements are limited. The limitations of measurements, such as we could only measure 2D outlines like lengths or areas only based on 2D drawings. Whereas for manual measurement, the benefits is document presentation. Any progress payment can be supported by picture in hard copy to facilitate the approval of progress payment by the client. Now for the constraint of construction stage, for BIM measurement, the first one is incompatibility with partners, meaning to say that your partners or subcontractors may not use BIM or may not be able to use your model. For CAD measurement, the first constraint is the measurements are limited. Limitations on measurements such as we could only measure 2D outlines like lengths or areas only based on 2D drawings. The second is operating expenses on site. This CAD measurement can usually build robotized costs, thus increasing the automation expenses. Whereas for manual measurements, the constraint is time consuming. It requires more time to get approval and information by submitting paperwork to consultant team. The second one is cost control. Users are unable to control the cost effectively due to the facts that lack of a proper cost planning system to detect the cost overflows prior to completion. Now I'll pass to Eric.
I will talk about the benefit in the post-construction stage. For the BIM measurement, the first benefit is facility management. All the information about the material used and the maintenance requirement for the system are linked to BIM. And it helps the maintenance team and the team of the building to have a better understanding of the building operation. And second benefit is simplify the switching from one facility manager to another one. BIM consists of all information of the building, simplifying the transition from one facility manager to another one. So I will talk about the CAD measurement. First benefit for CAD measurement is extra information. Its 3D drawing will show some hidden compartment like wiring, so it makes the maintenance much easier. For the second benefit is commonly usable. It's mean by the file can use by any kind of software file reader. For the manual measurement, it's very easy to obtain information is because the operation and maintenance for manually are kept properly with case accessible to all users. For the constraint in post-construction stage, for the BIM measurement is training is required. That means all employer may not have the knowledge and skill tasks. They need training from the company. That means the new employer also need training. For the CAD measurement, is have a limited information. It's because CAD file have implementation on getting the building softscape such as population density and designated space uses, because it's only CAD information about hardscape. For the manual measurement, it's time consuming. It's because user need longer time to prepare the account. User need to manually adjust the final account compared to the CAD measure and BIM measurement. And the second constraint is problem arise from claim. The quantity verifier cannot identify and resolve contract claim in advance compared to others. It's because for manual measurement, they need to analyze the report to make the final account compared to the CAD measurement and BIM measurement. Thank you. That's the end of our presentation.